What is going on, people? Welcome to the video. As you can see, we're still in an empty gym. Let me put you up a bit. Still an empty gym, but we are getting closer and closer to being able to open to you lot. So, getting a transformation, a proper transformation. I mean from, say, 15% body fat all the way down to in your 10s in 30 days. It is possible. It is extreme. Probably not ideal. It's probably not a healthy thing to do, but it's pretty sweet to be able to say you've been into the low figures of body fat, minus sub 10, so single figures. Not many people in their lifetime can say they have done that. And I know a lot of people would like to do that. So I'm gonna take you through my 5 things I believe you need to absolutely nail to a T to get the best transformation in 30 days. And yes, it can be done in 30 days. Obviously, it depends on your starting point. But if you are, say, a little bit overweight, 15+% body fat, getting down into single figures is not impossible. It's been done. I've personally done it, had clients personally do it, and 30 days seems to be a time where people can stick to. I would always go longer. I would always go 90 days probably. But if you want to do it in 30 days, these are the 5 things I think you need to absolutely obliterate perfectly, all 5 in sync to be able to get there. This isn't in chronological order. It's just the 5 I'm going to talk about, but you need to nail them all exactly the same, all 100%. And in 30 days, it needs to be all or nothing. You can't be bitching out. You can't be moaning, crying, whinging. You need to be full on in the zone for 30 days. So let's go. Number 1, nutrition. You have to be consistent with your nutrition, and you have to be consistent with your macros. You have to be consistent with everything you put in your mouth. For 30 days, you need to eat perfectly. Do not miss a meal. Do not eat junk food. The problem with people who want to get a transformation or they want to transform massively in 30 days is that they eat well for 6 days, 7 days, 8 days. Then all of a sudden, they reward themselves with a cheat meal. They reward themselves with something which is off plan because they need to kind of refill their body, refill their muscles. They need to increase leptin levels, ghrelin levels, all that rubbish. Where you don't, you just need to graft for 30 days. Eat healthy, wholesome foods for 30 days. You need to be consistent for 30 days. You need to literally live religiously for 30 days. Then I guarantee you will see a huge transformation, both physically and mentally. You then realize that food does fog your brain massively. Food does make you feel rubbish. Certain foods you eat do make you feel like crap. It's the way it is, and it's true. But you won't know that until you take those foods out of your diet. And I can guarantee you, once you've done 30 days, you'll know your body a lot better. I've chose 30 days because people want, BRB. Got a new whey protein tonight. Salt with caramel, so we'll see how it is. See how this tastes. Amazing. Salt with caramel, peanut butter, dried peanut butter, berries, water, ideal. 30 days, because people can stick to something for 30 days. It's only 30 days, it's 4 weeks, right? 4 weeks of eating perfectly. You've probably never done it in your life. You've probably never done 5, 6, 7, 10, 14 days without going to McDonald's, having a ready-made sandwich. Eat whole food that you cook yourself for 30 days. That is what I think a lot of you should do. We've had the last few months of eating rubbish, eating crap, having convenience because we've not been able to leave the house, having foods because we've emotionally eaten because we're bored, we're tired, we're fed up of being locked indoors. So when we are back to the gym and when in the next few weeks, set yourself this goal: 30 days of eating perfectly. Doesn't matter what the diet is because it's dependent on your goal. If your goal is to lose fat and to get lean, you need to be eating in a deficit. If your goal is just to maintain and perform better in life, then you need to be eating at a maintenance. If your goal is to put muscle on and get bigger, then you need to be eating in a surplus. But that is your personal goal. But whatever your goal is, just make sure you have the correct food. You're fueling your body with the correct proteins, fats and carbs, the lean proteins, the good fats, and the good carbohydrates. Cut sugars out, cut foods which aren't good for your body. When I mean sugars, I don't mean every single sugar. Fruit's okay, but don't have loads of fruit. Have wholesome foods, okay? Remember, what diet works for me won't work for you. What diet worked for Tom won't work for Sally. You need to figure out your own macro split. You need to figure out if it's high protein, low carb. You need to figure out if it's paleo. You need to figure out if it's Weight Watchers. Whatever it is, just stick to something for the next 30 days. In actual fact, pause this video, download MyFitnessPal. You need MyFitnessPal. For the next 30 days, that's the only app you should be using. Delete the rest, get rid of them. MyFitnessPal. Also, while you're here, give this video a thumbs up if you don't mind. And if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to see more of what we do, please hit the subscribe button. After nutrition, we have training. Everyone obviously says abs transformations are made in the kitchen, which yes, is true. But when you're trying to drop body fat, drop scale weight, just try and look better, feel healthier, you need to expend a lot of energy. And if you're anything like me, I hate taking food away. I hate giving my calories to somebody else, or not even somebody else. I just hate giving them away. So if I can expend more energy by doing stuff I enjoy, by training hard, by training balls to the wall. I don't mean going in and doing a bench press and texting your mate, doing another bench press, fucking swiping through Twitter, swiping through Tinder, Grindr, whatever your jam is. I mean fully in the gym, training hard, progressive overload, tracking your training and lifting a lot of weight. Remember, a lot of weight to me is different to you. Whatever a lot of weight to you is, lift a lot of that. Do more of that. Track more of that. Beat it each week. Be your own competition. Have a logbook. I use an app now. I can't remember what it's called, Rep Count or something. But I just make sure I am always taking a step forwards every week. And I always make sure that I am going into the gym with a plan. There's nothing worse than entering the gym and walking around and you're basically pissing in the wind. It's absolutely pointless. You could be benefiting from a nice, solid training regime. Instead, you've wasted your time. You've done a couple of bench presses, a couple of leg extensions, a couple of ball slams, and you've not really got anywhere. You may have burned a couple of calories, but you've got no progression. Another thing about training hard and balls to the wall, as you call it, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know, tits to the wall, balls to the wall, whatever you want to call it, just hard, generally hard, that it's motivation to beat last week. If you have a logbook and you have a day where you can't be bothered because motivation is low, because you might be a little bit hungry, you might be a little bit tired, whatever it is, by looking back at last week and having like, right, deadlift, I did 120 kilos. Now this week, I'm going to do 122.5 for the same amount of reps, or I'm going to do 120 kilos for 2 more reps. There's your motivation, there's your competition, there's your progressive overload, there is your improvement. So if you want to transform yourself, you need to get yourself a solid set plan for the next 30 days. I'm not talking about nutrition plan, I'm talking about a structured, periodized training program, which you will track. Training. Then after training, we have cardio. Granted, none of us really like it that much, especially if you are a lifter. Some people love cardio. It's like Marmite, love and hate relationship, isn't it? I don't mind it since I picked myself up a road bike. And if you follow me on socials, you'll see that I've been riding, trying to get him anywhere between 70 and 100 mile a week. So you need to pick something you find enjoyable. If it's running, pick running. If it's walking, pick walking. But that will also tie into something we'll come on to later in the video, your TDEE. But cardio needs to be the same as training and the same as nutrition. It needs to be 100%. You can't get out on a run or on a bike ride and get halfway out and be like, do you know what, I can't actually be bothered today, so I'm going to walk home. There will be times in the cardio sessions where it will suck. You'll be 20 minutes in and you're like, I can't be asked. 20 minutes is about the time to adjust to it, where you're like, you need to get into it. Then once you're into it, you will fully enjoy it. But cardio needs to be done, I would say, if not every day, every other day at least. What I usually do is so I have like an upper lower split, or I have upper lower the start of the week, rest day, then I'll also train push pull legs. Does that make sense? So I'll do my cardio on my upper days, I won't do it on my lower. Then on my rest days I'll do cardio, upper cardio, lower no cardio, rest day cardio. So I'm doing it about 3 to 4 times a week currently. 1, because I enjoy it, and 2, because it increases my daily output, which is also going to put me into a bigger deficit because my nutrition is on point. So that's what what you need to do. You need to fit cardio into the days when you're not training, or at least into the days when you are training but it's not so intense and hard on your lower body. But like this whole video, you can't bitch out on it. It needs to be tough, it needs to be hard, you need to burn calories, you need to get a sweat on. It can be LISS, which is low intensity steady state, but it needs to be LISS for a long time. So personally, when I say cardio, I mean more like medium intensity or HIIT. So it's balls to the wall again, tits to the wall again, whatever you want to say, and you are flat out, massive sweat on, t-shirt dripping, bang, done. 20 minutes, half an hour, hour at max, home time. You can throw that in the morning, you can throw it in the evening, you can throw it in after your weight session. But cardio is an important factor to getting a really good transformation. Then we have the last one, which I believe gets overlooked the most. And if you click on the link below onto my link tree and download the manual, you'll have more of a step-by-step guide of how to increase your daily TDEE, so total daily energy expenditure. Simple day tasks which you could put a little more effort into, or walking to work or walking up the stairs instead of using the elevator. They're some of the ways you can increase your daily calories, which means if you're expending more energy, you're going to be in a bigger deficit, or you're going to use more of the food that you're putting into your body, so you're not going to get as fat, if you look at it that way. So there's two ways. You're either going to burn body fat or calories, be in a bigger deficit, and in turn is going to use body fat, or you're going to use more of the food that you're putting in your mouth, so you're not actually going to get fat. So you've got two sides to the coin. So total daily energy expenditure, you need to increase your TDEE, so you need to do more every day. You need to do more of what you're already doing. So then that is basically what TDEE is how many calories your body needs just to be you. Just as me saying now, I'm using calories, so I'm talking, waving my hands around. So that is what TDEE is. So that's another way to get a good transformation. That's an easy way, just by doing more of what you already do. And you'll be surprised of how much of a huge change that can be. Because you can go to the gym, you can do your cardio, you can eat healthy, but then if the rest of the other 18 hours or 17, 16, 15 hours a day, if you just sit on your ass doing nothing, then you're not going to be burning many calories. Where if you get up and move around and be more active and do more stuff, you will burn more calories and you will look better. And also it just gets you doing more. I'm gonna finish the video off now with one thing that I believe gets overlooked, and I've overlooked it massively, and that is rest and recovery. Sleep. Sleep plays a massive part in dropping body fat and looking better, feeling better, performing better, being a better human. Just think of it, when you're sleeping, you're burning calories and you're not hungry, or you're not craving, or you're not fighting your demons in your head. So you should concentrate on getting as much good quality sleep as you can. You should have your rest days and you should make the most out of your recovery. I say to my clients, and I say to myself, to a certain extent, we've all been bad, we've all thought more is better. Do more steps, do more presses, do more weight, do more whatever it is, do more. It's always better, when it generally 9 times out of 10 is not better. Treat the rest days like you would a training day. Treat the rest days you would your nutrition. X, Y, Z, done. You should practice different things before you go to sleep. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end it there. If you haven't, please hit the thumbs up. And if you want some demo workouts or like a structure I would do of steps, my days, my calories, my proteins, my fats, my carbs, my training, all you need to do is click the link below and it'll take you to my free manual. It's just something I want to give back to you guys for obviously going over 1,000 subscribers, my members, my clients, everybody who's watching, just because it's been a crazy few months. And I know a lot of you are dying to get back in the gym. So it'd be cool to see a lot of you getting back in the gym with a bang. Like I said, if you don't mind, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.